Once, in a small mountain town, there lived a family struggling to survive. A father, a mother, and 7 daughters shared a tiny cabin where every meal was uncertain. Some nights, they went to bed with nothing but hope. One cold evening, the father returned carrying a small basket. "I found 7 quail eggs," he whispered to his wife. "Tonight, we finally eat." His wife nodded, but before the eggs were ready, the oldest daughter woke. "Mom, what smells so good?" The mother looked at her tired face and couldn't say no. "Just one," she whispered. "Don't wake your sisters." Minutes later, another daughter woke. Then another. Before sunrise, every girl had eaten exactly 1 egg. When the father found the empty basket the next morning, disappointment turned into anger. Without saying much, he forced a smile. "Who wants to visit your aunt in the mountains today?" The older girls exchanged nervous glances. Something didn't feel right. But the 2 youngest, trusting him completely, climbed into the wagon with excited smiles. They traveled farther than they had ever gone before, deep into thick forests where sunlight barely reached the ground. Finally, the father stopped. "Wait here," he said softly. "I'll bring your aunt." Then he disappeared down the trail. The sisters waited. An hour passed. Then another. The little one finally whispered, "He's not coming back, is he?" The older sister didn't answer. She simply reached for her sister's hand. As darkness crept across the woods, they searched desperately for somewhere safe. Near the side of a cliff, they discovered a giant flat stone. When they pushed against it, it slowly rolled aside. Behind it was a hidden cave glowing with crystal walls, old wooden furniture, and shelves filled with food no one had touched for years. Exhausted, the girls fell asleep. That night, 2 bears returned to the cave. One sniffed the air. "I smell people." The other laughed. "No human knows this place." They curled up beside the fireplace and quickly fell asleep. At dawn, the sisters quietly slipped outside, rolled the massive stone across the entrance, and wedged heavy rocks behind it. The bears roared from inside. "We'll share everything. Please let us out." But the girls remembered every frightening story they'd ever heard. They walked away. The cave, and everything inside it, became theirs. Weeks passed. For the first time in their lives, they never worried about food. Still, every evening they looked toward the mountain trail, hoping to see their family again. Meanwhile, back home, the father couldn't escape his own guilt. Every empty chair reminded him of what anger had cost him. He searched the mountains day after day. One afternoon, exhausted, he sat on the giant stone outside the cave. As he tapped his walking stick against it, a familiar voice echoed from inside. "Did you hear that? It sounds like Dad." The father froze. "No," he whispered through tears. "It can't be." The stone slowly rolled open. For a moment, nobody moved. Then both girls ran into his arms. The father collapsed to his knees, crying harder than either daughter had ever seen. "I thought I was teaching a lesson," he whispered. "But I almost lost the greatest gift I ever had." The sisters forgave him. Together, they returned home. The food hidden inside the cave ended their hunger. But something far more valuable came back with them. Trust. Because sometimes, the deepest wounds aren't caused by evil people. They're caused by ordinary people making one selfish decision they can never take back. And forgiveness isn't pretending nothing happened. It's choosing not to let yesterday decide who you become tomorrow. So here's a question. If someone you love knocked on your door today, would pride answer first? Or your heart?